get started, as I always like to, with a mindful moment. You know, sometimes navigating the technology to come together is a bit daunting, as is sometimes the case for me as well. So I always like for us to come together and just co-regulate with our nervous systems and come together in community so that we can honor ourselves and one another and really leverage from all that we know about relational neuroscience that says that healing together is, well, it's imperative. So we'll start with our mindful MicroDoses matters practice. And again, this is intended to be a short microdose to interrupt the Mobius loop, the positive feedback loop of sympathetic overdrive. We have to continually give little microdoses in there so that our threat detector, our vagus nerve, and our autonomic nervous system can understand that we are safe, and it can downregulate and bring us closer towards our ventral vagal tone. So that's the whole reason why we do these micro doses members. So please take a moment and join me and just kind of see how you feel in this space. Hopefully if you feel safe and secure and it's reasonably private for you, then proceed. If you need to pause the video and find another place where you feel more supported, then please do that. And once we figured out that we're in a safe, private space, let's go ahead and do some grounding and centering. So sometimes I'm going to introduce a whole myriad of practices throughout the curriculum. In this one, I want to start us with the self-bear hug, because a lot of times if we are feeling stressed or we are having an unhealed bit of wisdom and an unintegrated trauma that is coming to the surface, or if we are just feeling a little bit overwhelmed, it's really helpful for our physiology to give those feelings a container. I don't know, I'm going to try and sit up even taller in my chair. In fact, I'm going to stop sharing right now so that you can see me better. So what we want to do is we want to give that stress, the unintegrated trauma, the unhealed bit of wisdom, a container, and that helps us feel grounded. So you place one arm under one armpit and the other in the other, and just do a couple of deep breaths like this, and just notice how powerful just that is. And truly, you could even fold your hands like this at work or while you're charting or at your desk, and no one would think the wiser, right? So I'm going to put back up our graphic, and this is going to be our grounding and centering activity for today as part of the MicroDoses Matters. And we can change them up as often as desired. All right, so we found a private space. Let's go ahead and give ourselves a container with that bear hug. And now using our breath, we'll do a 4-7-8 round of breathing, which is inhaling for 4, holding for 7, and exhaling through a straw for 8. All right, so here we go. We have a private space. We're grounding and centering right in our own energy field. And now let's signal safety. We're going to inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now we're going to move our hands, place them over our heart, our healer's heart, our why, or what matters most to us, and importantly, the unconditional love that we have for ourselves. And open and let the unconditional love that life has for you to flow in. And just take a moment to tune in to whatever love looks and feels like for you. Any images that might arise in your mind's eye that feel loving, use them. Anything that floats in that is not supportive of this practice, let it float by like a cloud in the sky. You can have those thoughts later. But right now, we're just reconnecting with the love that we are and the love that is always, always, always here for us. When you're ready, you can come back and wiggle in your chair if that feels good. I'm going to have a little sip of tea. And we'll continue on with a little bit of learning here today.